Bookmarks, which are also known as anchors or jump links, are a great way to jump to a specific point on a page rather than just opening the page in general. You'll see this on Child many times when there's a lot of content broken into a bunch of different subsections. At the top, you might see a list of jump links, and when you click one of those, it just goes right down to that particular section on the page. So there are a couple ways to do this. There's on the page itself, but then there's linking from a different page. So I'll show you how to do both. I've created this anchors, bookmarks, jump links page just for this exercise, and I've added some text to it, which actually comes from a different page. There's not a lot, but it'll be enough for our purposes. So let's say we want to jump to this self-service internal communication toolkit. The way we'll do that is by just clicking next to that text, and then you come up here to anchor. This is where we set the anchor or the bookmark. We just give that a name. Keep it simple. I'll call it toolkit. You cannot use spaces in here. If you need to use multiple words, then use underscores between the words. But don't make it long because you may have to type it out at some point if you're linking from a different page. I'll just click save. Then that symbol is there, shows that we have an anchor. Now we need some text on this page to link to it from. So let's say that we want to link from the top of the page to this. So I'll just add a carriage return here at the top. And since this is a heading 2, that means that this text is trying to default to heading 2. So I'll just change that to paragraph style. And then I'll say view the internal communication toolkit. And hey, let's add a bullet point to that as well. So now we need to link this text. So you just highlight it, go to the link. As mentioned in the adding links to a page tutorial, you always need a link title for the sake of screen readers. So we'll just say communication toolkit, internal communication toolkit, that is. We do not have to select the page because the bookmark or anchor that we're pointing to is on this same page. So then what we do is we scroll down to this anchor field, click that, and then select the appropriate anchor from the drop down. That's toolkit in this case. I'll click OK. Now it's there. Then I'll click publish. Come up here to the preview, and there's our link. And then when we click it, now the self-service internal communication toolkit pops up to the top of the page. So that's how you do it from within a single page. But again, you may want to link to a particular anchor or bookmark from a different child page entirely. So I'll show you now how to do that. Let's say we want to do that from the Marcom homepage. We want to point to that toolkit. I'll come here to the home page. Let's say we'll do it from the bottom. We'll just say view the internal communication toolkit. Again, we'll just highlight that text. Come up here, click the link. We want to create the link title. So it's internal communication toolkit, just something descriptive. We have a choice whether to open this within the same page or in a new tab or window. I'll just leave it as is. Now again, the anchor that we're going to be pointing to is on a different page. So this time we do have to select the page. And it was actually under the Marcom section. So I'll just navigate to that. There we go. Expand Marcom. And then there's the anchors, bookmarks, jump links page. I'll click OK. Now we have to scroll down and do one last thing. We have to add to the remaining URL field. We do not select the anchor box here because again, the anchor is not on the page that we're currently working on. It's on the page that we're pointing to. So we just add a hashtag and then the name of that anchor that we're pointing to. This is why you want to keep your name simple. Then you click OK. That link is there. I will publish that change. Okay, and then we'll go to the child live site and let's take a look. Navigate to departments and then Marcom. Scroll down to the bottom. There's view the internal communication toolkit. And when I click that link, bang, it takes us to that page and the self-service internal communication toolkit is right at the top. Now, if you ever want to link to that anchor point from, say, a PDF file or something like that, you can just use this URL right here. It's the standard child URL with the page, but then it has a backslash and then a hashtag and the name of that anchor.